Hello, everyone. Welcome back inside the film room. I'm Zach Goins, and today I am joined by the captain himself of AFC Richmond, AFC's finest, Kola Bokinni, who plays Isaac McAdoo on Ted Lasso. Kola, welcome to the show.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thank you, mate.
Excited to have you here today. I know, like many fans, you're kind of this budding superstar on Ted Lasso that I've been looking forward to chatting with. You're one of my favorites, so I'm glad to finally get some time to break it all down with you.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate that.
Yeah, well, getting right into it, I mean, first and foremost, super exciting time for you all as a crew, as a cast of Ted Lasso. Obviously, just awards coming in left and right. You're sweeping them all. SAG, Critics' Choice, PGA. We're primed for a big run at the Emmys come the fall. Congratulations, first and foremost. But what is that like? You know, as you're approaching this rarefied air as a comedy series where you're just getting every single thing, and it's just okay, another weekend, another award show, hanging out with the cast, and we don't have to worry about anything. What's that like?
Kind of surreal a little bit. It's kind of like we're in a bubble, and everything else is going on outside, but inside we're like hanging out, making jokes, just literally living our normal lives. And then outside, you step outside the bubble, and everyone's like, "How do you feel? How do you feel about all these awards and stuff?" And we're just like, "It's really great. We love it, but like, feet are very firmly on the ground." And right now we're working. We're trying to recreate, whatever. Right now, the best thing to do is just to concentrate on the work.
Yeah. I mean, especially when all this is happening as you are in the midst of filming. We've got all of these big award shows happening, and then it has to cut to you guys in a separate room somewhere else. You're not at the party with everybody else, but you're just having your own separate party.
Yes. I mean, it's fantastic, and I really appreciate. We all appreciate all the awards and all the nominations, and everybody loving the show. But at the same time, like we are also concentrating on creating and not trying to get carried away or get complacent.
Right.
Yeah,
for sure. I mean, that's setting the stage, setting some pressure as you continue to be like, okay, we're doing it again. We have to replicate that.
Yeah, of course.
After the jump from season 1 to season 2, I have full faith in season 3 coming through at the same quality. But turning to you and your character, Isaac is this beautiful burly butterfly that we've watched kind of transform, over this 2-season arc so far, from Jamie's henchman to picking on Nate to now being the team captain trusted by Roy to take over and to really just like I said, transform. So what has that been like for you, seeing the character transform, but also you as an actor, transforming into a much larger presence in that second season?
It's been very exciting because me as an actor and even Isaac didn't know that Isaac could do that. I don't think I knew Isaac's potential. Only Roy, and somehow, his shaman like foresight could see that Isaac had that inside of him. It's been really great. It's been amazing. I can't really put into words to sum it up in a fabulous sentence that would describe this and make me look really cool at the same time. So I'm saying I'm really enjoying it. And everybody, like, they're like family. It's like a one big family on set, and it's not like coming to work. It's like go hang out with your friends for a little bit, and then going home. But your friends happen to be, some of the best actors that you've worked with.
Yeah,
so
it's a cool like friend group to have.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, you kind of just walked into this room, and then you're like, oh, I guess I'll sit down here for a little while. And it was the perfect room to be in the most perfect place in the world. That's a bit cheesy, but I can be cheesy. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Like that definitely sounds, just from everybody on the outside looking in, at like the environment that this cast has created, it totally seems perfect. Like everything is always just smiles and success. So that sounds maybe cheesy, but it sounds true.
It's also a lot of hard work and a lot of listening and watching people that are fantastic at their job. from the crew to the writers to everybody is on their A game. It's just top of their game. So it's like it's almost like they make it look easy, or like, the crew are so good that they make my job easy, or make me look so good. So
everybody
it's like,
just makes each other better.
yeah, it's just like that. It's I wouldn't say that, it's pretty cold over here, so I wouldn't say it's all roses. Wearing shorts in minus degrees is tough, but it's all worth it in the end.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I love Isaac because he is this like super. He's quiet and gruff, not in the same way that like Roy Kent is, but he keeps to himself. But he's still the most like honest and genuine character. Like he's gonna tell you like it is, whether it's through like just a gaze, like I don't even have to open my mouth, or if he is just gonna call everybody out. But you've previously said in an interview that you have this concept that Isaac only thinks one thought at a time because he's just so 100% all in on whatever is happening at that moment. Yes. And I think that's great because, like I said, he's so sincere. Like he's just giving you 100% of himself. How did you come up with that as you're building this character?
It was down to Billy Harris, who plays Colin Hughes. The way he approached Colin, I kind of thought, because I thought Isaac and Colin are really close. So I thought, if Colin overthinks, you can't have two characters that are overthinking all the time. So Isaac's possibly
the inverse of Colin,
the opposite.
That's awesome.
Bit of kind of soaks up information, soaks it up, but really concentrates on the first thing that the person tells them. So he only has that much room to think about that one. It's like, with the old PlayStations, it's like an 8 MB.
Yeah.
It's like you only have, enough.
There's only this much capacity, so we've got to make the most of it.
You have to delete and then start a new game. So it's like that's why I believe that Isaac really is a deep thinker, So he thinks about what he says, but is very honest at the same time, which is kind of a rare concoction.
Well, that's what I'm hoping to get more of here as we get into season 3, because we've gotten some backstory on a lot of different characters, and I'm really hoping that Isaac has that Sam Obisanya, that Danny Rojas level breakout here in season 3. I know you guys just started filming. Everything going well over there?
Oh man, it's really great, man. It's really lovely to see everyone do their thing again. Really excited. Really exciting stuff. And can't wait for everyone to see it.
I know. I'm counting down the days. I was mapping it all out. I was like, okay, season 2 started filming on this day, so that means we got the first trailer on this day. So if it's the same for season 3, I'm like,
okay.
I'm trying to figure out exactly when we're gonna get our first sneak peek. Anything you can tease?
All I'm saying is that, like, the fans, they are hot on the heels of Jason and Brendan and Joe, because they're like, you slide here, you slide there. So that means you got to put this out this time, and their guys are like, you got to trust the process. But it's all I'm saying is that from what I've seen, it's not going to disappoint. I don't think it's going to disappoint. For me, I'm a fan of the show, so for me, what I've seen, it's not going to disappoint, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't think anyone has the thought that it would disappoint. So that's reassuring to hear from someone involved in the process. But as fans, we don't know much about what's going to happen in season 3. There's theories, but what we do know for sure, based on a new press release, is that you're going to be wearing some new threads. None of this knockoff stuff, but you're going to be rocking some Nike this season.
Well, no, that's not knockoff stuff. That's authentic. That's vintage right now.
This is the throwback uniform.
Yeah, for real, man. Like I support Arsenal, and I still wear their old kits from JVC, from like the retro kits. So that's like
come 20 years down the way, this is gonna you're gonna be wanting this.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, what? You got the vintage Richmond, But it's really the new kit is amazing. And like Nike is fantastic. Everyone loves Nike. And yeah, but you have to pay homage to the the granddad, the grandmaster kit, you
Exactly.
know.
I got plenty of this stuff, but I'm ready for more. Once
Yeah,
that Nike link comes up and I can start getting
I'm sure they're getting that ready, man. I'm sure they're getting that ready, man.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
bankrupt after that, man.
yeah.
Well, obviously with the new Nike, you're gonna be stylish on the field, but for both you and your character, style has never been an issue. You know, Isaac from the Santa suit or his locker room attire, but also you know, like these award shows that I'm talking about, the pink suit at the SAG Awards.
That is all.
Style,
That's to give it up to Emily, my stylist. Basically, you know, hit it out of the park, you know, and some Edward Sexton. That's the designer of the suit. I just said to her, you know, out there suits me.
I mean, I love it. Like just scrolling your Instagram feed, it's clear that you're not just the black suit or the navy suit kind of guy. I love it. So
Yeah.
talk me through. We're prepping for the Emmys this fall. We're prepping for the season 3 premiere. What you're walking through the closet. You're working with your stylist. Talk me through the outfit. How are we thinking here?
I don't know. It just comes to me in waves. I'm joking. I just go with whatever I put it on, and you kind of you don't hear it, but you feel a click.
Mm-hmm.
When something really fits, you're like, yeah, this one fits. But it feels like I like to feel like I'm not wearing a suit. I don't want the suit to wear me. I want to wear the suit.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
I like that.
Or if anything, any sort of clothing, I like the clothes not to wear me. So
Makes sense. Speaking of
that's
that
why.
retro stuff, the retro gear, the Dolphins jacket you were rocking when the NFL was over there, that was fire.
Oh, thanks, man. That's great. That was an amazing day. Thank you to the NFL and thank you to the Dolphins.
Got to get you over here for some NFL games too, some American football too.
I really enjoyed it actually. It's great. The vibe is completely different to a football match. So I'd love to go over there and see some games where the games are played. Yeah.
Well, hopping back into the show, Isaac obviously has some fantastic moments throughout both seasons, but in season 2, really 2 of my favorites that I want to talk about. You can't talk about this character without mentioning the haircut scene in the locker room.
Yeah.
You perfectly like brought that, the barber shop is where guys go to like relax and just like step away, get their cut, come out looking new.
Yeah.
It was just such a perfect encapsulation of like the holiness there. So do you actually have those skills with the clippers? Were you cutting Tahib's hair, or was that all movie magic, TV magic?
It was all TV magic. I hand up. I did practice barbering during the lockdown.
Okay.
I wouldn't say I'm up to the skill.
Are we talking self haircuts or somebody else?
My little cousin.
Okay.
Yeah, not willingly. I had to strap him down a bit. I'm joking. But not up to the scratch of Isaac. But that scene, that I grew up, getting my hair cut in barbershops, and I wanted to kind of encapsulate what it means, for a group of lads, and to be able to de-stress and get a bit goofy and just like have fun. And that's what the barbershop is. You go there, it's almost like therapy.
For sure.
When you go to
no Doc Sharon involved, just you and the clippers.
Yeah. But it's almost, you go to the barbershop and you tell stories and you hear stories, and it's almost like a way of mental health and how important that is, and that's what the show kind of touches upon a lot. So it was great to do that scene, and everyone in it was amazing.
Yeah, I love that scene. It was just so iconic. But my favorite of Isaac's from season 2 was really just the whole arc in season 2, episode 5, the rom-communism episode, which is where the captain doesn't have his mojo. He has to figure himself out. And we've got that great relationship between you and Roy. and going back to the inner city, to the old stomping grounds, and just learning to fall in love with the game again. And, you know, this is something Ted Lasso does, like you said, just talking about mental health, talking about real world issues, that this issue of burnout, or of like this feeling like work instead of play. As a former football player yourself, a former athlete, is that something that really hit home with you, or like as we brought that story onto TV?
Yes, it really did. It really, really did. I remember from my time, when things ain't going your way, it almost snowballs, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger until you crash. You've seen like professional athletes who are at top of their game, you know, kind of just lose sight of, you know, lose something, you know, spark or something like that, and it really, really mentally can mess you up, you know. And you know, the more you travel down that rabbit hole, if you don't have someone like a Roy Kent who's experienced, you know,
Right.
knows no leaps and bounds to kind of drag you out of that, you can really go to a dark place. That's what I, you know, took from that. And it's kind of like the thing where, you know, you should never forget the fun in the
Right.
situation.
I'm sure that's the same for you with acting, or any profession. Like, if you forget why you did it in the first place because of your love for it, then it just becomes all work.
Yeah, because, you know, you start acting, you go to theater classes, you go to, you know, in the evening or whatever, you go to, you know, and you're just like, you love it, you know, you're just messing around, improvising, whatever you do, and you know, there's no pressures. Same way with football, you go to a cage, just like kind of like similar like the one that Isaac went to, with Roy, and you see people that do it because they love it, you know,
Right.
and it reminds you that, oh, this is why we wake up in the morning,
For sure.
and you know, go out and do what we do.
I love that. That is just another example of this show, like tapping into those real world issues, the stuff that really hits home with these people. So that's one of the reasons I love it so much. But as we turn here into season 3, it's been rumored in the past that this could be the end for Lasso. It could be a 3-season show. We could get more. Who knows? But if this is the end, I want to know the one thing from your perspective that you need to have, not that you think is going to happen, but what you would like to have happen for Isaac. And let me preface that by saying, when I talked to Tahib, his answer, among many other things, included shipping you, shipping Colin, shipping all of the players away to other teams so he could have the spotlight. So I don't know if that'll influence what you have to say here, but
I believe that maybe Isaac retires early, 2 years after, you know, winning the Premier League and the Champions League and the Ballon d'Or, and top goal scorer in the Premier League, as the highest scoring
going out on top.
centre back in the whole of the universe. And then he becomes a food critic, and then he goes to, you know, a restaurant owned by Sam and gives it a half a star review.
Oh
And
man.
that restaurant closes, and then he goes to he goes to Zoro's house, and buys that house, and then Zoro's homeless, and then
these hypotheticals are getting strangely personal here.
I'm joking. No. What I would say is, I just want Isaac to continue as he's going on. And you know, this episode 1, season 1 to now, you know, it's like 2 different people, you know, but he's become a leader and everything that, you know, I wished for him. So I just wish that he carries on and keeps throwing out amazing curveballs like barbering and breast sense.
That's what I want to see as well. I love that.
Yeah.
Just get more Isaac, that's fine by me. So
sounds
like
do it the Isaac way. Just keep living life like Isaac, you know. Gonna see Isaac buying a small farm and just living there and living off the land.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it, taking a break from filming to check in with us. It was great having you, and I'm looking forward to more from you and the rest of the crew in season 3.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
If you enjoyed that interview, be sure to subscribe down below so that you can stay up to date with all our latest Ted Lasso interviews, as well as our podcast episodes, movie and TV news, and more. And be sure to subscribe to our newsletter, The Rewind, so that you can get all of our interviews delivered straight to your inbox.